Alright, welcome back to the Armory today. Today we're going to go over the Mosin Nagant test rifle. It's pretty much complete. I still have to get the bolt back from being welded. But let's go over exactly what my thought process is with this testing that I want to do. So basically, these rifles have a pretty bad reputation among milsurp collectors and shooters, and the common response I get is it's a garbage rod. Well, maybe not. Is the machining, up to German standards? Is the action, finely tuned like a Swiss watch? No. But is it a good rifle? I think it's a good rifle. You can easily hit your target with what you're shooting. Is it the most modern cartridge on Earth? No. But it is a cartridge that stood the test of time and is still actually being seen fielded on the battlefields today. So I'm never going to change people's minds. If you believe it's a garbage rod, you're always going to believe it's a garbage rod. But can we objectively say that this is a good rifle? Can we compare it to other rifles? And that's kind of where I'm going with this. So, this rifle, it's a 9130, if you haven't seen my other video. It's a full-length barrel. The muzzle end is a little bit worn, but I got an idea for that. So, here's what I want to test. And if you have any feedback, please comment below. Let me know if you have any ideas, any thoughts about the test, anything that I might be overlooking. I've been thinking about this test for a while. I might have nuked it. We'll just have to see. So we've got a standard length 9130. Now, something a lot of people do right off the bat, and I know people who have done this as well. They run right out and buy a synthetic stock. So they drop the action in, and now it's so much better. Well, how do we know? So the test that I'm proposing is we're going to build this rifle as military condition, and we're going to test various ammunition through it. Not only to see what ammunition runs the best in a full-length 9130, but we're also going to see what the accuracy is with the ammunition, with the full-length barrel, in full military trim. Is this an accurate rifle as you would have gotten it to defend Stalingrad, if you will? And then, since I have this laying around, we're going to go ahead and install the action as it sits, full-length military barrel, into a synthetic stock. Does the synthetic stock affect the accuracy of the rifle in any way? Does it make it better? Does it make it worse? Strictly an A/B test, and we're going to test the same ammunition, the same number of times. We're going to try to duplicate it as scientifically as possible. From the wooden stock to the synthetic stock, and we're going to see if we can get some usable data from the exact same action going from military trim to a synthetic stock. Now the third stock that I have in mind, and it'll be eventually what this rifle calls home. I've got a really nice Boyd's laminate sporterized stock, and what I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to do a full bedding job. We're going to bed the action. We're going to make sure the barrel is completely free floated, and we're going to do it up all nice like that. So once this is in here, I expect this to garner the best accuracy once it's bedded properly and the barrel's free floated. I do expect the accuracy to be the best with this stock, and I really do like this salt and pepper look of this stock. I think this is really just gorgeous. So these are the 3 stocks that we're going to test with this rifle. Now, with that, the first test, the muzzle end is a little bit worn, the rifling. So we're going to test, does the muzzle end affect accuracy to the point where you need to be worried about it? Now, I am no smarter than anybody else out there in the world, but I believe absolutely the muzzle end, the wear on the rifling and everything, is going to affect the accuracy. So we're first going to shoot the rifle as it sits with the military crown on the barrel and the worn out rifling at the end of it. The next test, we're going to clip the barrel back probably about 1 inch, maybe 1.5 inches, and we're going to recrown it. Now, I have purchased just a simple home recrowning tool, and this will aid us. We're going to change it from the military, what I call a donut style crown, to an 11-degree target crown. So, and then we're going to retest that again and see if the accuracy changes. Then we're going to do our stock testing. Once we test the 3 stocks with the rifle as it sits, we're going to shorten the barrel to 24 inches. Now, 24 inches is where everybody in the interwebs says you get the best accuracy out of a Mosin Nagant. With the ammo, with the barrel, 24 inches seems to be about where everybody says the accuracy is. So, we're going to test the 24-inch barrel Mosin. And we're going to go back through each one of the ammo choices. And we're going to go back through each one of the stocks. We're not going to cut this stock, but I do have a couple of M44 carbine stocks. So we're going to try that, see how that works. If it does, I'll be happy with that. Then, once we do the 24-inch barrel test, the 3 stocks, and the various ammunition, then we're going to cut the barrel again. And this one has a more direct purpose. We're going to cut it to 20 inches, because that is the length of the M44 and M38 carbines. So are the M44 and M38 carbines as accurate as a 24-inch barrel or a full-length M9130 barrel? So, once we get to 20 inches, we're going to test all 3 stocks again, and we're going to test each one of the ammunition in that. And basically what I want to see is the popular modifications that people do. What are the actual quantifiable, can we show that if you do this, it will become more accurate? Or if you do this, the accuracy suffers a lot. Now, one of the things that I would recommend against is the synthetic stocks. I don't think they do the job as good as a nice laminate, real well bedded stock will do. But I don't know if this is any better than this. So we're going to test it, and we're going to find out if this works. And we're going to have some data to show that. Now that we know the stocks and the 3 barrel configurations that we're going to test, well, technically 4 if you count the crowning test as well, we're going to test ammunition. Now, for years and years and years and years, everybody bought surplus ammunition. And it was dirt cheap, and really, there was no good argument against running surplus ammunition. It's corrosive. All surplus is corrosive. Just, I see all kinds of ads and people talking, well, this is, mildly corrosive, or it's just a little bit corrosive. If it's military surplus, you stamp corrosive on it and move on. You're going to need to clean the barrel real well. You're going to need to clean it for all of its corrosive properties, Windex, or some people say hot boiling water. Whatever your trick is, you're going to have to clean up for corrosive ammunition. So the surplus that we're going to test, and I just bought a bunch of Bulgarian brass case lead core heavy ball. This is really good surplus ammo. It's old. It's from the 1950s, I believe 1953, if I remember correctly. But it's very, very good ammunition. It shoots very well. But how well does it stack up? And basically, when it comes to the different ammo choices, I want to see if there's any difference in the ammo with the different barrel lengths that we're going to get. So, we're going to start out with surplus. If you have any recommendations, I'd like to test some light ball ammunition. If you have any recommendations, obviously I would love 7-in-1. But 7-in-1 is very scarce. It's the last one I saw, there were 2 spam cans for $1,600. That's a little pricey. That prices me out of that. 7-in-1 would be great to test. Some people have said that it's really no better than just regular silver tip. That's beyond my expertise. So if you know of any good light ball ammunition, pass it on in the comments. I'd love to know what you guys think about light ball. But for heavy ball, we're going to test some Bulgarian. It is listed as 182 grain, and that should do that just fine. For factory ammunition, I always go straight to PPU. I get the best results from PPU. I think they do the best R&D for ammunition. And really, there's 2 types of PPU for this rifle. And we're going to test both types, because both types are in common use. The first is going to be a 182 grain full metal jacket. I find this stuff to be very, very good. This is new production stuff, and it should work out fantastically. So we're going to test the PPU full metal jacket. We're also going to test the PPU hunting rounds, the lead soft tips. These are listed as 150 grain, and these also work really good. I don't think they're quite as accurate as the full metal jacket ones, and I don't know how they are going to react to different barrel lengths. So we're going to test that out, and we're going to find out which one of these work, because I know a lot of people hunt with their Mosin Nagants, and that is a very, very common thing to do. And we're going to test out how good this ammunition is for accuracy with the different barrel lengths. Maybe you're running the wrong barrel length for the hunting ammunition, and maybe something else would work better. So we're going to test that. And the last we're going to test is just hand loads. So I've got a couple of really good recipes that I use, and we're going to test out and see how hand loads stack up to the PPU. And I kind of already have an idea where my hand loads come in compared to the PPU, at least the full metal jackets, because I shoot both a lot. And my current target rifle, it's a 24-inch barrel, and it does really good with the full metal jacket and my hand loads. So we're going to stick with that. So this would be basically 5 tests if I can find a good light ball ammunition to go with the Bulgarian heavy ball yellow tip, full metal jacket, soft point, and hand loads. So that's 5 different ammos, 3 different stocks, and 3 different barrel lengths. And we're going to find out what works best. But more importantly, we're going to use this to compare the Mosin against the other rifles that were commonly used through the World Wars era. And those would be, if you've seen my videos, the P14 Enfield shooting .303 British, the 1903 Springfield shooting .30-06, and the 8mm Mauser. Right now I've got a Czech VZ24 and 8mm Mauser, and that'll work perfectly for our test there. So, this is what the test is all about. Is the Mosin Nagant really as bad as the internet keyboard warriors say it is? It could be a garbage rod. I don't think it is, but it could be. This test will tell us with some level of evidence, is it really the worst rifle out there that the World Wars era had, or is it comparable with them? So, there we go, guys. I'll catch you in the next video, and we're going to keep working on these test rifles. Bye.